Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys my least favorite squishies in my squishy collection. Before we get started, I just want to say to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button if you enjoy this video. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell and comment down below #notification_squad to get a chance to get a shout out in my next week's video. And my comments are still disabled, so I can't give a notification squad shout out. And before we get started, I just want to say that I'm not trying to hate on any of these squishies. I love all of these squishies so much. It was so hard to pick out the squishies out of my squishy collection that I liked the least, because I love every single one of my squishies, and this isn't saying that I don't like these squishies, it's saying that the other squishies might have something a little better, or I love it so much. And there will be 10 squishies. So without further ado, let's just get on with the video. I just realized that all the squishies I picked are in some way a type of food. The first squishy that I picked was my kind of like least favorite out of the peach squishies, because there are so many peach squishies. So I chose this Cutie Creative peach. And like I said before, I love this squishy. I love it so much, but I just think that like the Eye Bloom peach, the Eric peach, the Hyaru peach, I think those ones are a little bit better than this one, just because I have so many peaches, I needed to pick my least favorite peach. I think this is my least favorite because it's pretty dense and like not super slow rising. It gives a really satisfying bounce back, but it's not like really slow rising. It's also not scented, and I just love the scent of the other peaches. And next I picked my least favorite jumbo, sort of licensed common squishy. I know this isn't licensed, but it is made by Fruit Series, which is a brand, so I thought that I could include this. And it is this Fruit Series cake, and the reason that this is kind of my least favorite is not because of the quality, really, which the quality isn't like amazing, but it's really squishy and I really like it. See, it's really soft, it's pretty slow rising, and it's really cute. The reason why this is in my least favorite squishies is because I think this was a bit overpriced, and I got this for $20 when I first started collecting squishies. I thought it was a great deal because I thought, wow, this squishy's ginormous. Ginormous. Yeah, these days squishies are a lot bigger, but I thought, wow, this is ginormous. It's only $20. That's amazing. So I got it, and if it were a licensed like Eye Bloom squishy that were this big, it would be $20, and that would be pretty reasonably priced for an Eye Bloom. But this is a common squishy, and I got this for $20, and that's not all. Later, when I was more into collecting and I kind of knew better how squishies should be priced, I found this squishy at Squishy Heaven, which is the exact same except red, and this was $7. I spent $13 more on this squishy, and I definitely like this one better. It's super soft, it's way more slow rising. I'm gonna take it out. This one is actually scented, like strawberries, this one is not. And overall, I think the squish quality is better. Like, it's so much softer, it's a lot more slow rising. The only thing that I like better with this one is that it's blue, and that's because my favorite color is blue. But here's a squish test / comparison. And as you can see, this one's already done rising. Bottom line, this one was cheaper yet better quality. And next I wanted to do a squishy from Mini Squishies, and I chose two because you'll see. So the first one is this Hello Kitty in a melon costume, and a lot of you right now might be shocked. And that's because this is adorable, don't get me wrong, but it's very dense and not slow rising at all. It doesn't really have a bounce back. It just squishes with your finger. It's kind of like a stress ball, but a very cute stress ball. And the smell is really strong. Like, I can smell it from here. And the second of the mini squishies is this Cafe Dien macaron. And when I first got this, I was absolutely in love with it. And I was so ecstatic that I got a rare squishy. But now I feel like I shouldn't have this squishy be my favorite when I don't even squish it, because I'm too scared that it'll get defects, which it has lots of defects. This is pretty dense and not slow rising, and I just don't squish it because I'm scared. Because I'm scared that it'll get defects, and that's why it's in my least favorites. Next is this frog on a donut squishy, and I didn't really choose a category for this. And this just gets defects incredibly easily. I did not squish this too much. I did squish it, but not to the point where this should happen. And also the coloring isn't too good. It's pretty soft, and it's really slow rising, and it's adorable, but I just think that the coloring could be like maybe a little better with like shading and maybe higher quality, because it gets defects really easily. Next, I picked a squishy out of Punimaru, and that is this Halloween Pooh squishy. And I love this squishy. I love it so much, but I love all of my squishies, and even though my love for this is very great, the love for my other squishies maybe a little more. That's because since this is glow in the dark, which is so cool, sometimes I see this glowing in my room at night and I think it's so cool. The squishy is amazing, but there's a price for that, both figuratively and literally, because it was kind of expensive, because, you know, it is glow in the dark, which I understand why it's expensive, so that's fine. The texture of this squishy, it's almost grimy, because the stuff that makes it glow in the dark just makes it also grimy, which I'm not a big fan of it, but it's still really nice and slow rising, and it's kind of dense, but it's okay. It also smells delicious, like marshmallows. Next, I picked out of like the general like medium-sized food squishies, and I chose this biscuit pie chow cream puff pastry, I guess. And this just doesn't seem to be super special. It's obviously very nicely shaded and textured and designed, and it's adorable, but the texture is almost spongy. And I'm just not a big fan of the sponge-like texture. Next, I chose out of kind of Sanrio, since I already chose a Sanrio squishy, but that was kind of counting as my mini squishy. But I tried to choose out of Sanrio, so I chose this Hello Kitty snow cone, and that's because it is very, very dense, and the shape is very strange. It's very wide, yet skinny. And I feel like the colors might have been a little bit better blended, although colors aren't really blended in a snow cone. It's just very dense, and the shape is a little strange to me. But it is adorable, and it's really slow rising, and I still really like the squishy. Next, I chose out of kind of jumbo fruits. Kind of, because there's a ton of jumbo fruits. But this is like decently jumbo. But it's this Cutie Creative apple, and here's Squish. I chose this because it is so similar to the Aridi apple, yet more expensive. This is probably double the price of the Aridi apple, and I feel like the Aridi apple is higher quality. This is a lot denser and a lot less slow rising than the Aridi apple. Like I said, I still love these squishies, but I'm kind of just comparing it to other ones. This is the Aridi apple. It's so soft. That was like half of a squish, and it's more slow rising. The scent is the same. It looks the same, except the apple, the Aridi apple is a little darker. Here is the Cutie Creative apple, and here's the Aridi apple, and they look very similar. And lastly, I picked out of these Silly Squishies cakes because I'm pretty sure a lot of you know that I have a bunch of those since I did a whole squishy package of the Silly Squishies cakes. And I chose this deer cake, and although this is probably one of my favorite designs of the cakes, the texture is not amazing. And by texture, I don't mean the feel of it, I mean the squish to it. It's very dense and like not super slow rising. But it's adorable, and it's just very dense and not as slow rising as the other cakes. I don't know if you can hear the air coming out. It's so airy, which I love. So that was it for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and also subscribe down below. And when you subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell and comment down below #notification squad to get a chance to get a shout out in my next week's video. So thanks for watching. Bye!